Hello, my name is Doris, and I am Little Bird's Products. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if you're new here. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe so you get notified every time I post a new video. It doesn't cost anything, and it actually does help my channel. This is my midweek check-in. This is what I do. I try to do around every Wednesday just to kind of see where I'm at with what I plan to do for the week. And if you've been here before, you know that I always plan to do more than I can get to done. But I have gotten a couple of things accomplished. I did get my patchwork denim vest in the store. It turned out real cute. I loved it. And I'll put a picture of it here. And the other thing that I did get finished, and it's not in the store yet, but it will be shortly, I finished up a kimono jacket out of one of my quilt tops. And I think I said in an earlier video that out of a king size quilted top, I'm able to get a hooded robe slash jacket, and also a short kimono jacket like the one that I'm going to show you here, and also a French fold shrug, which I'm almost finished with. I chose to do those two first instead of the hooded jacket because the hooded jacket takes a little longer, but they're a little more intricate because with the kimono jacket, actually, I'm also working on a patchwork chenille, vintage chenille kimono jacket. When I try to patchwork things together so I don't waste any material, it takes a little more, it's like putting together a puzzle pieces. And I'm happy to say both of these are turning out really cute. The vintage chenille, I had mainly the back of it, the back center, and I'll show a picture of that here. It was beautiful. And I wanted to retain it, but I needed to add a little more width to it on either side for the pattern. And I needed to add sleeves because the back was the centerpiece, but there wasn't enough of it to make the sleeves. So I had to find what I thought was the perfect colorway of more chenille. And I was torn between doing the right half of the front and the left half of the front, two different shades of aqua to match the flowers on the back, or do I do both the same, and then do I have enough pieces to do that? So I'm going to finish that today, and I'll show you that on Sunday. I think it turned out beautiful, and it is definitely one of a kind. And then with the kimono, a quilted jacket that I'll show you in the end, I'll model it. That one, because I did have to really patch some pieces together to have enough to do the bottom front and some of the sleeves, it turned out really, really nice. And I think that doing that patchwork kind of made it a feature. It made it a style in and of its own. The other thing, I made some notes for myself here. The one thing that I'm kind of torn with is when I finished that French fold shrug today and finished sewing together the chenille kimono, it's like, do I move on to do the hooded robe slash jacket that I already have cut out, or do I move on to do the cutting for the next quilted piece? And I'll show you that here. I just took a quick snap of it out in the garage where I have my big cutting table. I really want to get on that because I love the colors of that. It's a real muted, kind of creamy pink peach color. It's kind of a unique color. But I feel like I do have a couple of hooded jackets in the shop. And I also have another piece of cantha, one last piece of cantha, and I want to make a hooded jacket out of that. But because I have some of those style jackets already in the shop, I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is move on to upcycling a jacket that I have that's beautiful. It's kind of a nubbly, heavier feel fabric, and it's black and a little bit of white, cream, off-white, but the figures in it are giraffes. I love giraffes. And then I have a dress that's a lighter weight black. And what I typically do with those jackets is I open it, the seam up under the arm and down the sides, and then I put that lighter weight fabric underneath so that it's almost like wings, but it makes it what I call size agnostic. So I can wear it, you can wear it, it fits, medium to a 2X, maybe even a 3X, depending on how broad you are across the shoulders. That is a pretty quick make unless I decide to go down a rabbit hole and make it more difficult. But I'm anxious to get that made because it is really nice. And as I've said before, I have a stockpile of really nice jackets. And then I have a lot of these, what I call my graphic tees. This one happens to have a peacock on the front of it. And it's large enough to fit me. I do want to style it. I always have to change something. And I'm thinking about opening this under the sides too, just under the arms, maybe putting in an inset piece